morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Coffee with Hoffy. And if you have watched it before, great. If you haven't, what do I do here? We just do some oracle cards to set you up for the week or the day, and just talk a little bit about some cosmic stuff. So anyway, I apologize for last week. I was not around. I am here now. I'm feeling a bit better, and just a little bit. Oh, just squeeze that. Just a little bit snotty. That's the only word I can think of. Anyway, oh, where have we gone? Hang on, let's get started. So I've got a few things going on here. I should have got rid of. I've got two on the go today. I've got a coffee, and I've got my, because for some reason I just cannot give up having a coffee in the morning. I've tried numerous times. It just makes me grumpy if I don't have one, like a bear. So I've got my coffee, and then I've got soaking is my hibiscus tea, which I got onto when I went to Egypt, and I just cannot. I feel like I just can't do without it now. It's probably going to be in my life forever. So that's it, really. So cheers to you. I hope you've got a coffee. If not, go and grab one, and or a drink. Well, you might be drinking something a lot stronger. I think it'd be if I could get away with it, I probably would. And oh, I was going to burn this, but for some reason I have lost my lighter. So I've got no candle. This is no good. Right, just wait 1 sec. 1 sec. Right, this is so apt. Okay, so today I really wanted to cover, get this candle lit and get some life in here and some spirit. Oh, thank you. And let's burn some. You watch this is about like a tinderbox. So today I just wanted to touch on well-being, because as we all know, we've all been stuck inside, and it's okay for a while, but you know, we're all going a little bit insane off the back of it, because we can't go out and have our senses kind of warmed up with something, or something of interest, you know, all the things that we like to do, go out, go down to the beach, or just going out and visually seeing things. It's all like feeding our senses, isn't it? So when we're stuck indoors, you know, we know what our house looks like, we know what the garden looks like, we're all running out of things to do. And you know, there's only so many times you can play Monopoly, or you know, with your family. And everybody's wanting their bit of space, really, their individuality. Over there. So I wanted to say, so on here I've got, so this is what I've tapped into recently, is all these lovely oils. I mean, you can't smell it, but it's amber and geranium, which I put together. Absolutely lovely. Well, lovely for me. And I thought, oh my gosh, all these oils and things that, you know, anything that makes you feel good is what you should just be investing in right now, because everyone's going, well, what should we get for Christmas? And they've got all the games, they've got the computer stuff, but they haven't got any well-being stuff. So have a think about those. I just wanted to give you a couple of ideas, really. I've been making my own bath melts at home, which is really fun and easy. You get to choose your own flavors. And the thing is, everything that you make at home is concentrated. Everything they put on the shelves in the stores are really diluted to whatever they can get away with, so that you have to buy more. So, you know, making your own bath products is actually really easy, really fun. It brings all these smells to the house that you think, oh gosh. I think, what did I order this morning? I ordered a rainforest essential oil. Oh my God, I can't wait for that to come. So I can't get away. I can't really go on holiday, but what I can do is I can feed my senses with other things. So yeah, it's really important. And diffusers and things like that, they're all really important to changing your mood, or, you know, how restful you are at home. Things like it just impacts on everything. Or just do what I've done, just buy as much ingredients as you can and just have a play. Anyway, that's a real side thing. I don't really want to put it down now, so I put it in my little shrine there. What else have we got going on? Now, tomorrow is the new moon. Oh, on everything right now. So here's the thing. Tomorrow's the new moon. But before I say that, look at this old thing that I've got here. I mean, the rest of the world is using wireless. I haven't got wireless, but I have got this. I just need to put the batteries in. Well, this is a nice little present. It's not heavy. It's not just, you know, it's plastic. This is a nice little present. This is a mouse. It's just a mouse. It is a mouse. It's a pen mouse. Great. How fun is that? Anyway, so this whole thing will be going soon. My old faithful. So where did I put you? Over here. Go on here. Right, let's crack on. So tomorrow is the new moon. Oh, the other thing I want to apologise for is I'm now in black, which means it's winter for me. Even today I tried to pull out something light, but it just wouldn't let me. So yeah, darkness is upon us, especially here in the UK. It's grim outside today, really grim. So grim, and I've got to walk and get my bicycle from the repair shop. Anyway, so what have we got? Today we are. Yesterday was Friday the 13th. Well, this time last year, Friday the 13th, I had a car accident. So, you know, I was glad to be at home this year, albeit that I was stationary when they drove into me. But the 15th, right? So, new moon is tomorrow. Tomorrow, can't remember what time it is, but it occurs in Scorpio. And the thing about Scorpio is it's all about taking care of your finances, your bank, and creating balance and harmony in your bank where you can. Oh my gosh, I mean, I know that's so difficult for so many people to do that. Oh dear, I didn't do that, did I? Always forget something. Anyway, so here we are. I'll just say this for the benefit of the recording. Coffee with Hoffy on Saturday morning, 8:30, and we're just talking about the new moon on Sunday, 15th of November. So what do we want to do? So the new moon is the start of something good, the start of your new intentions. And I say this all the time because not everybody knows, but everybody thinks the full moon is the beginning or the end of the phase or cycle of the moons. No, it is not. It's halfway through. It is the new moon that kickstarts us off into what our intentions are. So if you get a bit of time between now and tomorrow, just start writing some of your intentions down, some of the things that you want to achieve. You know, I know we feel restricted and like caged animals at the moment, but it won't be like that forever. And we're very resilient as humans, and we will find other ways to achieve our goals, you know. So just take a little bit of time to write down things that you would like to achieve. And, you know, they could be anything from, like I'm saying, I'm trying to give up coffee in the morning. I'm going to have to, if I give up coffee, though, I'm going to have to change this herbal tea with Hoffy Saturday morning. Oh, funny. So I can laugh at my own jokes. So yeah, so all you have to do is, when you're doing a moon manifestation, is light a candle. Make sure you've got something nice to drink, like something that is going to make you feel good on the inside. Have a nice shower or bath, to make you feel refreshed. Use something nice that's going to make you feel good, because you have to be in a really relaxed mood, and you have to be in a meditative kind of state where you breathe in, do 10 deep breaths. And there's lots of different types of breaths that you can do, but lots of breathing in and breathing out, and then setting your intentions on paper, and holding that in a space for a moment, because that's what it is. If you just go, I want a new house. Oh, well, there you go. We'd like to add a little bit of detail to that, because you can have a new house, but it could, how many different sizes of houses can you get? So you have to be a little bit more specific. Even if you only do one thing, what happens if you start focusing on that one thing and you start to expand and give detail to it while you're doing your intention? You'll probably think, oh, and I'd like to do this now. It'll inspire you to do other things. So once you've done your intention, that's all you have to do. Some people burn a bit of paper. I don't think that's a good idea personally, but I wouldn't be burning it. I'd be popping it in a little box somewhere and just tucking it away and kind of forgetting about it, and leave it to the universe to do its magic, because the universe does have a way of giving us things that we want. Sometimes we have to wait for them because we're a little bit impatient, but a bit resistant to it. But ultimately, we do tend to get what we want in the end if we believe in it. So that's it. That's all I've got to tell you, really. But there is a whole lot going on in November. And if you are feeling that you are living in a crazy town, it's probably not you. So be reassured. It is more likely to be the planets. So what have we got? We are going to do our normal routine. Oh, and I don't know if you remember, but these cards here, these oracle cards, these weird cards I used to use. I can't get my head around it. It's like living in oh gosh, Salvador Dali's brain. Looking at those cards, it's just too much for me. I prefer something a little bit more softer. So I've purchased some new ones, which are vintage wisdom oracles. So where we would normally put this card, which if I can remember, we will be putting those ones, and I think they're a little bit nicer. So let's get the cards out. Right, we always start with our animal spirit, don't we? We don't do the traditional ones there. We do animal spirit, don't we? We do the vision quest. We do tuck you over there. What's the there we go. Oh, I like him. Traders just come up. I just thought it's on the bottom. Sort of seemed to sit nicely with me, actually. So let's start with the animal spirit of the week. I feel a bit calmer now, she says. I do need to light a little bit more of the Olympic torch here. Let's get some real say. Now, if you don't have any sage, just buy from the garden centre. Just buy one, but put it in a nice big pot, and it really loves being damp and wet, so it seems to thrive in that. But look, now we've got the fire going. Right, let's get my teas out of the way. Gosh, it's chaos. But I've missed this little bubble. I really have. And I'm really grateful that you come and visit me in this bubble. Very grateful. Let's see. We want an animal spirit that's really kind of going to give us some motivation, because I think motivation is probably really hard for everybody at the moment. I say you only, I was saying to somebody the other day, you only need to do something for 15 minutes. I mean, you can put that timer on your phone. What I do for tidying up, I just go and spend 15 minutes. I put it on my phone, the little alarm, and stopwatch. Go in the room. Off I go. 15 minutes. Do what I can. And quite often, what I wanted to actually achieve is done in less than that time. And then I go to the next room and recess it. It's amazing what you can achieve in such a short space of time when you. And then other times, you see, you'll start to do things around the house and you think, God, why 2 hours later? Why am I still doing this? Let's see. I feel like coming and sitting here today is bringing me back to exactly where I should be. Got the butterfly. Okay. Butterfly. I wanted that one. The bear. There is my favourite. So, but we have got the butterfly. Now, when I think of butterflies, I think of transformation. Do you? Let's just find out. This is air energy. We have had air energy in our midst. And air energy is a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We've had this air energy constantly, and it's like our heads are up in the clouds all the time, you know? Very difficult to think if you're not one of those star signs and you're more like earth or fire or water, it's very difficult to get your head up into that light, I wouldn't say flighty, aloofy kind of. They're not all aloof, but you know, in that they think very differently, you know, because they're just not grounded like me, like the other three signs. Right, hummingbird, bees, butterfly. Here we go. Did I bring my extra specs? Yes, I did. Right. Oh my gosh. Right. So undergoing, and I love this. Undergoing great change and transformation. Well, I think we can pretty much say that for the whole world, but on an individual basis, yeah. And before I read this, so the thing about transforming and changing who you are and things that you do and what you're aspiring to is some people are very resistant to it. So let's say I want to change, but I'm going to put every obstacle in the way possible to prevent that change. And where that comes from a little place of fear. And how you get round that, because you have a little battle with your brain. You go, well, I want to do this, but it's holding me back. I want to do this, but it's holding me back. How you get round that is fear is exactly the same feeling as excitement. The only thing that changes is the word in our head. So it's so close. Those two things are so close. So just change fear to desire. So if you feel resistant in something, you think, oh, well, I want to do this, but then I'm going to put this block here and I'm going to put that block there, put all these bricks in the way. Just say, actually, no, I'm not going to be resistant to it. I'm going to turn it into a desire rather than a fear. So anyway, that's before I read that. That's just a little bit about change and transformation. So the energy of the butterfly is within us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Well, that's true, isn't it? You know, it does, because people get used to you being a certain way. And when you try to implement changes, sometimes the resistance is not from you, but from people around you. And the way to explain that to people around you that you care about, you know, is to try and take them on the journey and just say, you know, it's something that I feel compelled to do or interested to do, so that they can get an understanding, because they form part of your life as well, don't they? Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, as I just said, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or a prayer. Done at the same time, same place, time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. Well, I feel my butterfly piece, I'd love to know what your butterfly piece is, but my butterfly piece is coming here on a Saturday, and I really felt out of sorts for not doing it last week. It really didn't kind of, I was like, oh, this feels very different for me, because this is a lovely spiritual space for me. So for me, this is my regular time of the week. I haven't got it down to a day. Getting there, swapping my coffee for my herbals, maybe. Me paying for that. So yes, so doing it at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. And it's the same when you go to the gym, isn't it? You know, when you used to go to the gym or swim or any kind of activity, you're doing it at the same time. Or I go, it's like a routine, and that there's a lot to be said about routines, isn't there? Lifts your spirits. You think, oh, why me? I don't want to do it. I don't want to work out. I can't bother to swim. And then when you've done it, you can feel good. All the good stuff is like come into your body. All the great endorphins have been released. So when in balance, cheerful and graceful. Well, that's all of us, isn't it? We're always cheerful, and we are definitely always graceful. And when out of balance, we are fragile and frustrated. Definitely, I definitely feel frustrated when I'm out of balance with things. Takes me a long time to sort of like rein in my mind, because I've got a very imaginative mind, and so it can just go off into all sorts of tangents. And to bring into routine, daily routine. Yeah, so that is our message of the week. To get your daily routine underway, pick something. And I don't think it matters how little a thing is, even if you lit a candle every day at the same time. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, even if you picked up a book and read one sentence every day, it doesn't matter how little. You wanted to time yourself, only do it for a minute or something. Because I've definitely been there where you feel trapped, not able to, you feel like trapped and you can't move. Nothing's propelling you forward. And it's because you've just put so many barriers there. It's like key to that door, then I'll open the next door, and then the key to the next door, and the key to the next door. So you have to ignore the challenges, focus your intention on something like a candle, you know, all these things that we just talked about. A book, anything, you can do that. You know, you would do that. It will make you feel. The thing is, we're so used to, I just got to say this before I go on. We're so used to the negative patterns of our mind, right? So say I did that, right, and I've done that, and that's made me feel good. Then why wouldn't I physically just continue to do that? Because, oh, it makes me feel good. Well, oh, okay, I'll feel good again. I'll feel good again. Oh, I'll do it again. I'll feel good. That constant feeling of being lifted and feeling good in yourself and peaceful and spiritual and just on a nice inner high. Why wouldn't I continue with that? And that's because we've conditioned our minds. There's a little bit of wisdom, isn't it? We've conditioned our minds to reach out for the more distressful stuff, you know, the woe of the world, the woe of me, the woe of that person down the road, oh, the dreadfulness of it all, you know. Yeah, but you can only be responsible for your life, so why wouldn't you just continually try to make that a happy place? Because happiness is also infectious, so we need to do a piece of that as well. I can't remember what is the second card that we normally use. Oh gosh, oh, it's this one. Here it is. I knew it was here somewhere. What's going on here? If nothing go. Oh, okay. Get those out. There. Sorry. I'm not out of sorts. I just unorganized. That's pretty much it. Stay with me. Stay with me. There we go. Right. So the next one we do. I love this because this is about self-development, isn't it? This first batch of cards that we put down, and then the second one is our action. I do wish I could do this all the time, you know. I really enjoy it. I like to think that it helps. Even if somebody only takes one little thing away from it all, then I'm happy. That makes me happy. There you go. So happiness, why wouldn't I continue to do that? Why wouldn't you continue to do that? Okay. Oh, okay. This is a little bit dark. Deception and envy. Okay. What's that all about? Well, I can tell you, oh, I don't like that, green envy. So the thing about envy is when you know what I was saying about if you want to change, that can bring about some envy. But as a person, as a human, when let's say you envy somebody else's situation or you envy what they're doing in their life, all the time you're focusing on that, you're not focusing on you. So you really have to block that out of your. There's a difference between aspiration, sort of aspiring to be like somebody. You know, we've all got aspirations, haven't we? There's a difference between aspiring and that green envy of somebody. So you have to block it out and just focus on yourself if you feel that it's that way round. So if it's you envying somebody, if it's the other way round, then they're doing exactly the same thing that you were doing. So it's not that they have to go and find their own niche in their way. And but if you're the kind and caring sort of person, you think, I don't want them to feel envious of what I'm doing. And it could be something really silly, you know, especially I think people get their, you know, too much in their heads about it. But and nobody likes to admit that they're envious or are envied in some way. So, but it's all about taking them on that journey, isn't it? You know, you go along in life, some people join your journey for a little short space of time and they travel with you and then they drop off. or they might stay with you to the end of your days. You know, friendships and relationships do change, but because if it's somebody you don't know that envies you, then why don't even worry about it. The deception piece is there could be somebody that's around that's maybe not being truthful or honourable to you. And you could be deceiving yourself. Remember that as well. So you could be deceiving yourself if you're not being open in who you are or what you're doing. Or so yeah. So there's a big mask on this person, and it's just like a. I think it's sometimes this is linked to change. Definitely, it can bring about those uncomfortable feelings. So let's just see what that is probably the most sensitive card I've ever pulled, I'd say. You know, because you don't want anyone. I wouldn't want anybody to envy me or envy other people. But you see, we've got too much time on our hands, so we're thinking about other people's lives maybe, and need to think about our own. I'm telling you now, when lockdown's over, it'll be every man for himself. I'm sure of it. So yeah, I don't like that very much, that one. But I feel like it's like piercing. Damn you, deception and envy. We don't want that nonsense. This is a happy space. But even if it's not in our lives at the moment, it's just something to be aware of. Take it or leave it. We can just put it aside. Right, let's see. Gosh. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Right. So these are Vision Quest. So let's see if these Vision Quests can bring a bit more light to the changes of life. Life force there, look. Life force. Number 11. Well, number 11 is all about your destiny. So I'm glad that's come out actually. So life force. So don't hold back. So I think these doubts, I'm going to turn this over to that like this. All these doubts that are in here, and that's exactly where it needs to be, in a box somewhere else. It's not for here. Yeah, look. You know, you see that lion? I see, when I look at that picture, I see nothing's going to sway my mind. That's what I see. So being the life force in your own life, that brings energy. And knowing that no matter what's going on, you see now, look, if you look in the, I don't know if that looks like a geyser going up there. Is it a geyser? It's not tall enough for a volcano, just something coming out of the ground. So whilst all this is going on, whilst all this doubt and confusion is going on, this little ugly little card here, yuck, yuck, yuck. Don't let it sway you. That's what I would say. Don't let it sway you. Be the life force in your life. You know, everyone's in, when you're born into this life, it's your life. It's as simple as that. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Don't let them suck you into anything else. It's your life choices. I mean, try and make them reasonable life choices. Don't make silly decisions. See, we want you to be smart and clever. Now, this is where I think I used to now. So that is on the development side. I think we've covered enough. I know that used to go there. And I can't. This is the one, the new one that I'm going to use. Anyone remember what did we used to do at the bottom? Oh, gypsy cards. That's it. Okay. So gypsy cards was the last one. Then this one, wasn't it? And that's right. And then we used to have the weirdo ones there. So they have now been replaced with, like I say, the vintage wisdom oracles. Ooh, turn around that way. What's going on here? Yeah, I like these. I was drawn to them, so I ordered them. Nice. I can see me using these with the tarots, actually. So they give us more words of wisdom. I'm rattling on today, sorry. You can keep this to like half an hour, but okay, let's go. We want our words of wisdom. Let's see what our first one of these cards is. Oh my goodness. The weird thing is I pulled the same card out yesterday. Divine timing. Divine timing. Okay, so look, there we go. I'll put it a bit closer so you can see. Divine timing. And somebody is writing there as well on the dragonflies. They're all like kind of little vintagey. Quite like a little vintage look. Little vintage divine timing. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what these ones bring up, and then we'll see if we can build up a picture. Divine timing, the right time. So sometimes things feel right, don't they? Sometimes things feel. See, divine time. I'm just thinking things that I know I've learned. Divine timing is when. Say, I'm trying to think of the example. Say you're trying to sell your house. This is the example I'm going to go. Say you're trying to sell your house and it's not selling, and then you make a few changes. You do something again. You sort of revisit it. You go, oh, I'm not doing that. Revisit it, and then all of a sudden, in a snap, somebody walks in your house and says, "This is my new life," and that is divine timing, because I don't think people don't. People move in and out of houses, but you've got to remember there's a lot of emotion around where people live. And so divine timing is like that moment, and you go, oh gosh, that means my life's got to start now. I've actually got a buyer. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I better find where I'm going to live. That's divine timing, isn't it? And it's almost out of our control. It's when everything just aligns and goes along beautifully. It could be that you're in the car one day and everybody is just in that beautiful moment, and you might all of a sudden all see that rainbow. That's like a divine timing moment. Everybody's connected, everybody's on the right track, enjoying something. Yeah, divine timing. Very important in our lives. I'm sure there's lots of other explanations for it, but I think I'm going to stick with the one that I like. That one. Yeah. I think when you're in your vibration and you are quiet, I always feel like you have to be quiet in these moments for these things to happen. It's when you're not fighting it, you're not like trying to control it. The less control all the control you take off, the more you take off, the more it just flows beautifully. The more you try and interfere with it all the time, it just turns into chaos. Look, we've had her before. Khadija, the mother of believers. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Yes. Yeah, see, look, I love that. Something I want to point out is, when you watch on TV and you see, all these celebrities, and some of them are living just amazing lives, aren't they? Most of it's down to like positive thought, but we tend to forget that they have got a whole team of people, loads of them, lots of them, lots and lots of people bolstering their position. And but that's not like real life, is it? Because quite often we're on our own and we have to find our own way. And I think being least resistant to the obstacles in life. If you are met with an obstacle, don't bash into it. Meander around it gently. Just go around the side. Oh, pass it by and not give it a thought. Abundance, I like that. Spiritually and financially abundant. And I got a feeling that you have to be spiritually abundant before the financial abundant piece appears. You have to be peaceful within yourself. Yeah, I like that. That's really nice. Very nice. Very nice. So let's see what the Gypsy cards are going to finish us off with. I mean, everybody wants to be financially abundant, don't they? Because money buys things that make you happy again. I mean, there is a sort of like, some people find it a bit crass or if it's too much, but at the end of the day, buying things like I bought these cards, that makes me happy. I didn't need to be financially abundant to afford them though. I just needed to have a little bit. Oh, that's too many. A little bit to buy them. Yeah. Financially abundant means different things to different people, doesn't it? Some people it can mean just having a couple of £100 in the bank because they've not had nothing. And then to other people it's having a few thousands to protect them, No, gosh. Jumping out today. Right. And then some people like to have millions and millions and millions in their bank. That must be exhausting, when you've got that much money in the bank. I'd be useless. I'd just end up giving it all away. So, note to just stick around, because if everyone becomes a millionaire, I'd be like, oh no, I think we need to give them some money, help them along the way. Oh my gosh. Now look. So this whole reading now has just turned because, first of all, we are in the 11th month. Second of all, and this is purely by chance, because remember, this only came out this year, the new star sign. So children born, I think it's from the 29th. I really need to look it up. But obviously, like, children's horoscopes aren't really going to be, it's only us adults that read our horoscopes, really. So, first of all, and it's Hoffyicus. Hoffyicus. What star sign are you? Hoffyicus. Can't believe it's like Hoffy, but it's Hoffyicus. That's the way to remember it. The 11th month, and that star sign is represented by the snake. So this is November, and I didn't realize this just now. This is also November. This is divine timing. Divine timing. This is your destiny. 11 is your destiny. So on these cards, I'm really pleased because this totally has lifted this for me now. These cards now I can see we're all on the right track. I feel overwhelmed, actually. I feel very overwhelmed at the moment. So, yeah, we're all on the right track. We are doing the right thing. We've got to ignore any of this. If people are deceiving you, ignore it. If people are envious of you, ignore it. So that's why it's turned over like that. We're not going to accept that in our lives. We are going to have this beautiful transformation. We are the life force in our own lives, you know. Be strong, be resilient, not resistant, resilient and not resistant. And how beautiful. I don't know why those cards today to me just look beautiful. Divine timing, financially and spiritually abundant. I am the mother of believers, believing in yourself, continuing on your journey. Nice. And then finished off with this snake. What's weird is when I was shuffling those cards, we saw other cards drop out. Now, ordinarily, I would have picked those cards up, but for some reason, I was sort of thinking, no, carry on, just do what you've been doing, stick to what you've been doing, and it's going to come out well. Love it. Oh my goodness, that snake. And then, oh gosh, that's so good. That's so good. I'm so tempted. I'm going to take this because this one is I didn't change it last week. I'm just going to change this is the ancestor. You don't normally get this, the ancestor card. I normally do this on a Sunday, but I'm just going to change this today because I'm just feeling the energy. Actually, oh, positivity. Oh my goodness. So the snake. The snake is a powerful. I think actually, just looking here, because I have had the snake come up before. I want to see what. Oh, there it is. It's an earth, I think. The snake. Just so we know, yeah, it's an earth sign. So we're coming down out of the air. Thank goodness for that. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. That's the snake. Is a symbol of the highest potential. It is said our creative life force. Can you believe that? Look, that's what it says. It says our creative life force. Oh my God. So get creating, guys. Be really abundant in your creation. Life force lies. That's the other thing. So the snake lies dormant. So you know we've got all these spirit animals in us in different parts of our body. The snake lies dormant at the base of our spine. I love this. In the form of a coiled snake. Okay. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you wake it up? Oh my gosh. So if you can spend a little bit of quiet time thinking about your snake and how can you stir it from slumber? Ooh, An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card offers when there is no more time to waste. I also think that the snake is there to protect you. So when you're feeling a lull in some way, it is your snake chakra, the snake at the base of your spine that sort of drives forward, because a snake never stops, does it? It coils up, but when it wants something, it goes out and it gets it. So it's a really strong, strong energy. So let's get this. I cannot believe that. The life force. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like the beautiful butterfly. Don't know where this little bit of ugliness comes from. That is, you take that out of the equation and it just, turn it over, look, and it just turns all of that sour, doesn't it? Take it out. Get rid. Ignore. Throw it in the bin. Don't think about it. Right, so come on. So we've just got our card of the week. Water guardian, and connect to your emotions. Okay. That's her for the week. Love. Let's see what that one is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Connect to our emotions. Well, I think we're pretty connected, aren't we, guys? Right, my lovelies. I think that is it for. Oh, I'm so glad I'm back. I'm sorry that I've rattled on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Really nice oracle reading for the week, I think. And I just can't wait to hear what's going on with your lives, because any little change is a good change. And if you need someone to bounce it off, just drop me a message. Honestly, I'll be more than happy to respond or chat about it, because it all helps me grow as well. You see, this is all quite selfish. It's actually helping me to grow. So thank you very much. So that's it, my lovelies. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, or hopefully when you next see me, I would have installed my new mousey, and need to be on something. There you go. Right, my loves. Love and light to you. Love you hard. Love me hard back. And take good care of yourselves. Bye now.